Hello everyone, it is Paul with From Zero Investing, and today I'm going to be doing my very first portfolio review. I had roughly about $900 in my portfolio when I decided to finally start this series, and what we're going to do today is just go over this last week. So today, when this video is being released, it should be Friday, and hopefully all of you are doing very successful with your investing or saving or any of those types of things. If you have any recommendations for any future type of videos that you would like to see, make sure you comment them down below. Otherwise, like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help my channel grow from zero. I have all three of you right now, which that is amazing, and I appreciate all of you. But let's get into the portfolio review and see how it stacked up against this last week. So as you can see, this Thursday, November 17th, my account fell by 0.87%, which that's not the best, but let's go for the week-long view. We are up 0.65% or $5.85, and that is pretty okay. So the SPY, I am up 0.65% for the week, and the SPY itself is down 0.25%. So that is a pretty good return versus the SPY. I am currently, what would that be? Pretty close to 3 times the SPY's return as far as this week, but there are more factors to that. I'm not saying that investing in these 4 stocks will give you awesome returns in the long run. I am just liking these 4 stocks, and those 4 stocks, again, are Amazon, Meta, at&t, and Google. The reason why I like all of these, especially now with all of the bad news that has been going on about these 4 stocks, is these are big monolithic companies that have very large barriers into becoming their competition, right? There are not a lot of businesses that are going to become a competition to Amazon, to Google, to at&t, to any of the very, very big ones that are already trimming, right? So what we've seen in the news is that these large companies such as Amazon, Facebook, and so on have been firing thousands upon thousands of people. And as an investor, that for some people that can really send a signal of, oh, there's more loss to come. But my logic with these 4 companies is that they are not afraid to cut their losses. They have to trim, they have to become more efficient, they have to become better companies, offer better services, and they have to get rid of the extra weight. And it is sad to say that about people losing their jobs, but in reality, like, you have to look at a corporation as a beast or an animal. It is becoming leaner and meaner. And so Amazon itself is going to become a better service from this time period. Just to kind of note, right, so in the last week, Amazon has been down. It's down 2.94%, but for the month, it's down 18%, 3 months, 33%. 1 year, it is down 46.65%. However, if we go to the 5-year mark, it's still up 69%. And you shouldn't be investing your money for a yearly return, right? So what we are going for with this From Zero Investing is a longer time period. I am looking at 5, 15, 30 years down the road. What will these companies be? Let's take a look at Facebook and Meta for the last 24 hours or the last day. It is down. Today, it was down 1.55% or $1.76 per share, which that is still, it still can be a little bit rough, especially for new investors, but I am not afraid. I am looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, if you fall more, this is going to be something that is on sale. I am still considering it on sale, even as it sits, because when we go back here, this is going to be one of the most brutal graphs out of all of them. But for the week, it is up 2.89% or $3.16 per share. For the month, though, here comes the blood. It is down 16.85% for the last month. It is down 36.41% for the last 3 months, for the last quarter. 1 year graph, it is down 67%. However, when we go back to the 5, it's still down 36%. So we are at 5-year lows, or not. Yeah, we are definitely at 5-year lows. I still am looking at this as a possible really awesome investment. The VR aspect of Meta, It does pose challenges. There are some issues with people adopting the idea of VR, but I still believe that it's very likely that we are going to move into this VR headset because of the use when it comes to computer usage. People see it more as like a toy, but the work from home setting, it's not as big anymore, and that's why people are getting laid off. However, there's still a lot of potential with VR and increasing productivity. Using VR as an at-home computer system instead of your laptop, instead of your phone. There's still some potential there, but they really have to get the right minds on board, and especially the right people to develop programs for VR. And I hope that this was a wake-up call to Mr. Zuckerberg, that he needs to find the right people to kind of drive this towards his real goal. Otherwise, this will be a sinking ship. But I have faith that this has scared the investors enough the last year that they've experienced a very rough time period. I am sure people are really telling Zuckerberg he needs to get his stuff together, otherwise he will probably get thrown out. Let's move on to at&t. This is my different type of stock, right? Because yes, it is still tech related or peripherally related to tech because it is your phone service, but with at&t, it's a little bit safer. Well, kind of. So looking at at&t, it has a negative 26.88% return for the last 5 years. That is also another sign for a lot of investors to run. But when other people are running, I think it's a good time to invest, especially when you consider this bounce, right? So it really hit a massive low, and we are starting to see a return for this. It could have been an inflection point where the return will continue to grow. For the last year, it is now finally green. It is positive 1.77% or 33 cents. It's not a massive return, right? However, it does have a 7.14% dividend yield for the year. I am totally fine with that. If I only get a 1.77% return for a year, but I'm also getting over a 7% dividend yield for the year, I think that this is good value to hold on to this stock. Taking a look at the 3 months, we have a 2.77% return. 1 month, it is a 21.27% return. Like I said, it hit that low and it bounced off of that low. So if you were lucky enough to get in at that price, you have already made a 21% return in this last month. That is epic. That is really ridiculously good. Lastly, I will discuss my choice of Alphabet. So it's $98.42 currently, November 17th. We will see what it will open up on tomorrow, Friday, November 18th. But for the last week, it has a 3.85% return. That is perfectly fine. For the last month, it's down 3.6%. So we're talking, it's been a very, very rough year for all of the tech companies. I'm sure you all know that. That was my Huawei phone. But there's so much competition, it's so difficult for competition to enter into what Google has done. They have so much cash on hand. They have different derivative companies that they are creating new technology with. I think that Alphabet or Google is a good investment moving forward, and I do think that we will look back at this time period, this time period as a period of Google was on sale. I believe that we will see this as Google being on sale moving forward. I am not afraid to be investing money into this. And to give you a real breakdown, so I have 2.13 shares of Amazon, I have 2 shares of Facebook, 20 shares of at&t, and 1 share of Google. I do want to keep about 40% of my portfolio into at&t because of that dividend yield, and there is just not as much volatility. I do believe that AT&T has a lot of room to grow in the future because of the services and the customer service of their competition, i.e. Verizon. The customer service of Verizon has been very, very poor in the last couple of years. The quality of their services that they're providing is dropping, and I think that AT&T is going to be able to build their market share moving forward, especially if they can come up with a way to capitalize on 5G, and people will start to adopt their services at a better rate than Verizon. I think AT&T is going to be a great investment in the future. It has already been around for over 100 years, or right about 100 years. I am totally fine with investing and continue to invest in AT&T moving forward. Lastly, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what possibly could be happening in the short term, right? Over the next couple of weeks or months. I do believe personally, do not invest off of my beliefs, please, absolutely not. But I think that we could see quite a high job or initial unemployment records coming out. Like, it's going to be pretty rough for the short term, right? I think that we will be entering into a recession, exactly what the Federal Reserve has wanted us to do. And that's because of their mismanagement. But I am just a YouTuber, so don't trust my words as far as who is mismanaging what. But I think that it should be common sense. If you dump $7 trillion into anything, that you're going to get hyperinflation. But I think that things could take still a swing for the worse over the next month in the market, but I'm going to take that as an opportunity for buying more shares. Remember, when you invest, it is not about short term, and don't hold on to assets that you don't believe in, right? That is another really good, tip, right? Believe in what you own and own it as if you own it. Don't just buy and trade. Sure, there are some people that can be very successful in that, but not everybody can do that. You should look at different types of companies that you want to own for a long period of time, and you're not afraid to hold it through any type of big, crazy type of world event. And I think those things could also be playing a huge factor in our stock market as different world events. And those things, I hope, will get resolved and things will get better. So this is From Zero Investing. I have 3 subscribers at this moment. If you are one of those beautiful 3, I appreciate you all. And moving forward, hey, if you watching this really would like to make my day, go ahead and hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. I will be doing update videos. I think I will dabble into different Twitter topics. And who knows what types of topics I could talk about. I have thought about even talking about credit score, because I did bring my credit score from 550, actually it was like 525, all the way up to 750 in 2 years. So if you want to hear about credit score and how you can improve your credit score, make sure you comment that down below too. Otherwise, this is Paul with From Zero Investing. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see you later.